Hey, portal is called as the info view. Info view. The BA Launchpad is basically it is for end users to access the reports as well as for the developers. That portal we use for scheduling the reports. Whatever the reports you created from mobile or Crystal or Excelsius, once you published in the BO server, that you can access from the Launchpad, BA Launchpad. Let me access BA Launchpad and for scheduling the reports. Basically, in BO, we have a two kind of schedules. Number one is called as a recurrence, and number two is called as a calendar-based scheduling. Calendar-based scheduling. First, we'll see recurrence, then we'll move to the calendar-based scheduling. See, for example, whatever the reports you published, whatever the reports you published into the server, that all reports you can see now from the this portal called as a BI Launchpad. When you click on document list, there you have a lot of folders, categories, and such. When you click on folders, there you can see a lot of subfolders in the public folders. So there you have a folder name called as India. I have exported few reports into India folder and other folders. For example, if you want to schedule this particular report, just navigate to that report, right click, there you have a schedule, click on schedule, click on schedule. Just if you want to send a document name with the same name for the end user, please put the same name as an instant title. And then go to recurrence. Go to recurrence. In the recurrence, you need to select select the time intervals. In the time intervals, when you see in the recurrence, there you have a lot of time intervals. You can select now. Now means it will schedule now itself. Once means you can schedule a report one time, not multiple times. When you take hourly means you can schedule a report every hour or every 2 hour or every 3 hours, hourly basis. For example, when you take hourly, it will give a time intervals hourly. That means you are going to run a report based on hour. And when you select here 1 hour, that means every 1 hour the report will got scheduled and it will send a copy to the end user. If you select 2 hours, 2 hours, that means what it will do, the report will get scheduled every 2 hours, every 2 hours. And start time, you can put your start time. For example, now my time is 5:18, 5:19. So start time you can put 5:18 a.m. and today to 10 years. My system date is 11 to 2011, and 2021 means this report will schedule from 5:18 a.m. today to 10 years. 10 years. If you want to put 20 years, you can put 20 years again. If you want to change the number of years, you can change here. That means in the time interval, you need to select how frequent you want to schedule, from when to when. From when to when you need to schedule. I want to schedule frequently every 2 hours, and from 2011 to 2029. The time intervals you need to select here. Anyway, this schedule requirement they'll give in the requirement document. Yes, once you selected your recurrence, next, if you want to schedule a report every day one time, that time you need to go to daily, and here you need to put one. If you want to schedule a report daily 2 times, please select every 2 days one copy. That I'm going to put day number 2. So that means now the report will schedule every 2 days one time. And weekly, when you select weekly, it will give all the dates there in the weekly, all the days there in the weekly. Select Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that time report will run every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. If you select all 7 days, that time every day it will send a one copy to the end user. Monthly, when you select monthly, you need to put a month number. If you put 2, it will schedule every 2 months one copy. If you put 1, every month one. Nth day of the month, I hope you know. If you put day number 20, every month 20th it will run from today to 20, today to 10, today to this many years, 18 years. And first Monday of the month, that means this report will be scheduled every first Monday of the month from this date to this date. Last day of the month, I hope you know the pay slips most of the time they will send at the end of every month. That time if you put last day of the month from this date to this date, that time the report will run for every last day of the month. X day of nth week of the month. Sometimes they'll ask us to schedule a report third week, second day, third week, third week, third week Monday, every third week Monday. That time here you need to put week number third and Tuesday. That means the requirement is every third week Tuesday. That means now the report will run every month third week Tuesday and deliver to the end user. There's a way you can set time interval. Later we'll see what is calendar. Here you have a calendar that we'll see later. Okay, anyway, now I put hourly, every 1 hour from this date to this date. Then go to formats. In the formats, you have a lot of formats. You can select particular format. My customer want to see in Adobe format. So I selected the Adobe format. Catching, and my customer is requested. My customer is Arabic customer, and I selected the format as a PDF. Then I need to send a PDF document to my Arabic customer with Arabic language. That time what you need to do is, here you need to enable Arabic, Adobe Acrobat. There you have a lot of formats. If he is Arabic Kuwait, just select Arabic Kuwait and right click. So now every 1 hour from 2011 to 2029, report will schedule, and then it converts to PDF. Then in the catching, that PDF document will be converted into Arabic language. Then events, if there is any created events, if there is any defined events, that time you can select the event. You can select event. For example, see in my system events, I have a sample event. I can click on this event. Basically why you need an event, sometimes, every day you are scheduling a report every 1 hour one time, or assume you are running a report every day 10 o'clock today to 20 years, 10 a.m. every day today to 10 years. Why you are running a report every day 10 a.m.? Every day the ETL team will load a new data. If you schedule a report, it will get new data and it will deliver to the end user. For example, today, fortunate or unfortunate, ETL load got failed. That time if you schedule a report, no use, the report will get a previous day data. Again, it send a duplicate data because there is no new data, because ETL is not loaded the new data. That time what the customer will ask us, boss, every day I will load the ETL job in a server in the particular file, once my ETL load is succeeded, it will generate a success note message, successful file message in particular C colon program files, and there is a log files. In the log files, it will generate a one log for the loading. Please take that log as a source and schedule a report. For example, they will write an event. That event keep on monitor the schedule load. If schedule is succeeded, that event will be return the success message. If schedule is not loaded, if loading is not succeeded, that file will generate a failed message. Based on that, they will ask us to schedule a report. The time what you need to do is take that particular path in the server. That particular path, you need to make as a event. Based on that particular path, you need to make an event. That event you need to associate for the schedule. When you associate that event to the schedule, the event server of the BO keep on monitor with that schedule. If that is succeeded, then it will send a message to the CMS. CMS send a message to the particular job server, so that job server will execute. For example, 9 o'clock you have a loading, 10 o'clock you are scheduling a report, 9 o'clock the loading got failed. That time the event servers send a failed message to the CMS. CMS will not send a request to the job server. Job server will not schedule a report. That day the report will not get scheduled. If the 9 o'clock is got, the loading got succeeded, that time the event server will send a success message to the CMS. CMS send a request to the job server. Job server will execute a report. Job server will execute a report. That is the way you can link your schedule to the loading events. That is, if you have any event, please select. If you don't have any event, if customer is not requested to schedule a report based on the event, that time please don't select any event. Then here you have a destinations. Here you have a destinations. BO supports for 4 kind of destinations. BI inbox means when you put BI inbox, that time that report will deliver to the BO inbox, so that people can, once they connected with the BI LaunchPad, they can see their scheduled copies. Email means you can send to their email. FTP server means sometimes they will maintain a separate server for the scheduled copies. They will give that server name, host number, and all details for that server. If you select FTP server, if you give a host name and all the details for that server, the scheduled reports will deliver to the FTP server. Later the end user connect with that FTP server and they download the scheduled copies. File system, sometimes they will give you one path in the server, BO server. They will ask us to deliver all scheduled instances to that file path. Later all the end user will connect to that server. They will download all the scheduled copies. All the scheduled copies. Now see, if you select BI inbox, when you select BI inbox, when you see here, you have this many users in the BO server. If you want to send for administrator inbox, select the administrator. If you want to send sample user, please select the sample user. That means now whatever the reports you schedule, now we deliver to the administrator and sample. Whenever the administrator or sample connected with the BI LaunchPad, in their inboxes, they can see your schedule copy. When you select email, that time it will ask us to send to put to list and CC list from whom, from your message, and what subject you want to send. That all details you need to put here, and then it will deliver to that particular mail ID. If you want, you can send to Gmail or Yahoo Mail, whatever you want. FTP server. This time it will ask us to put their host name, port number, username and password, account and directory in the FTP server. FTP server, if you put all these details, and then when you schedule a report will send to that FTP server. If you select file system as a destination, that time it will ask to give a directory in the server. If you give C:, some folder name, some file name, once the report got scheduled, that deliver to that C:, program files, that file name, that directory, so that the end users can connect with that particular directory and they can download your scheduled copies. Okay, anyway, now let me select BI inbox. I'm scheduling report and sending to administrator and sample. Okay, and there is a schedule server group. There's a one more option called as the schedule server group. When you see schedule server group, there you have a three options. Use the first available job server. That means when you see in the real time, they'll manage a load balancing or clustering. In the dev itself, they will maintain a multiple servers. For example, you are creating a reports for 4 countries, and for each country they will create a one server group. For India, India server group, US server group, UK server group. If you use the first available server, that time the report, whenever trying to schedule, it will check the available job server. For example, if the India job server is available, it will execute an India job server. US job server is available, US job server. UK job server is available, UK job server. If you only use the server belongs to the selected group, that means you are scheduling a report for UK and you are scheduling UK report. That time when you enable only use server belongs to the selected group. That time when you enable this, it will display the available server groups here in the drop down, and when you select UK server group, the report only scheduled on UK job server but not other job servers. When you select second option, give the preference to the server belongs to the selected group. That means if you select this option, first you are scheduling a report for UK. First it will go to the UK job server. It will check the availability of that job server. If it is not available, then it will go to the next job server. But third option, when you select, it will only execute on the UK but not all job servers. It goes to UK. If UK is busy, still it will wait in the queue. It won't check other job server availability. It won't execute in other job server. It only be executed in the same server. So anyway, in the real time, always we use the first available job server. Then click on schedule. The report will schedule every day 1 o'clock, and it convert to PDF format, and the PDF it convert to Arabic Kuwait language, and it delivered to the end user inboxes. Where the end user can see your report, in the once they connected with the BI LaunchPad, in the My Documents, they can go to inbox. In the inbox, once the report got scheduled, my report still running. Once it got scheduled, they can see their inbox and they can see your copy of the report. Or when they go to home, in the home itself, they can see all the scheduled copies here. This they got. All the reports they can see here. Here itself. These all they got the new schedules. This is November 1. This is November 1. What is the today's date? November 2. Yesterday also they got two scheduled copies. Yesterday also they got two scheduled copies. This is a way you can schedule and the customer can see your scheduled copy into their inboxes. Later, if you want to next, now it's fine. You can schedule a report every month, first, second, third. Every month you can every day you can run hourly basis, or every day one time, or every day 2 days one time, or every week Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or every week you want to run Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or every end of the month, or every first day of the month, or every month these dates. But now I have another requirement. My customer give another requirement like this. My finance head, one of the client is a finance client. They have a meeting in this particular year. Their meetings they have in January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 9th, 28th. And in February they have a meeting on 17th, 19th, 24th. On March they have some other date. March they have some other date. They requested me to schedule a report in that particular dates and send a copy of the finance data to that financial head email so that he can take that finance report and he can attend a meeting and he can present whatever the finance statistics you delivered in the you delivered to the report, and they can present that in the meeting. They requested, they gave us some zigzag dates in every month, and every month you don't have the same frequency, and you have a different dates in the month 1 and different dates you have a month 2 and different dates you have a month 3, like that. You have a different dates. That time, this requirement you cannot satisfy with the recurrent schedule. This requirement you can satisfy with the calendar based schedule. You cannot satisfy with the recurrent schedule. In the recurrent schedule, if you want to schedule a report, the dates must be on the same frequency. Every month you need to have a same frequency. But here you have a different dates in different months. That time what you need to do is, you need to create a one calendar. How you create a calendar? You cannot create a calendar with the BI LaunchPad. You need to go to CMC. You need to go to CMC. There you need to create your custom calendar. Let me create a custom calendar. If you want to create a custom calendar, you need to go to CMC. In the real time, you cannot create a custom calendar with your user account. The reason is, the calendars you can create only from CMC. CMC only the administrator can access. You need to go to CMC. Log on with the admin login credentials. Admin login credentials. There you need to navigate for the calendars. Then you need to click on create new calendar. Give the name of the calendar. For example, you are creating a calendar for that particular guy. Give that particular guy name. Click on OK. Now you created your calendar name called as a finance. Then select the calendar. Go to actions. There you have a select dates. Click on select dates. Then they requested to run in the January 12th, 1st, 2nd. The dates you can see here: 1st to 2nd, 3rd, 9, 28. 3rd, 9th, and as well as 28th. These dates. And February 17, 19, 24. February 17, 19, 24. Then click on save and close. You have created your calendar now. Then this calendar you need to use as a source and schedule a report. This time what you need to do is, you need to go to your BI LaunchPad. Then go to folders. There you have your reports. Then if you want to schedule this report based on that calendar, right click on this particular report. Click on schedule. Then give the name of the document. Then go to recurrence. In the recurrence run object drop down, select calendar. Once you selected calendar, it will ask you to select that particular calendar. Now you have only one calendar, that's why by default it's selected. But you have multiple calendars. Here you can select the multiple calendars. I selected finance calendar. These dates they requested to run for 2011. That's why I put start date and end date as 2011. If they have a same dates for every year, in every year they want to run for same dates from today to 10 years, then please put today to 10 years. If they gave only calendar for 1 year, from today to this year, from this year this dates, that time you need to put start date and end date as the same year, 2011 and 2011. So that means now the report will schedule for this particular dates from this date to this date. Format, you can select the required format. I'm selecting Adobe Acrobat. And catching, you can convert Adobe Acrobat into particular language if they requested. If they want to see in English language, please don't select any language here. Then if you want to select any events, please select events. Most of the time in the calendar based schedule, you don't select events. And schedule groups anyway will use first available job server, so it will check the availability of the job servers. If any job server is available, it will run on the job server. Destinations, if you want to send to their inboxes, BI inboxes, that means your info, BI Launchpad inbox, select BI inbox, to whom that particular finance head name, Viswa. Click on right arrow, click on schedule. Now the report will run for that particular days and convert to PDF and send it to this particular guy inbox. If you want, you can put email recipient, then type their mail ID. So it will deliver to that mail ID so that they can take that as a that report printout and they can present in the financial meeting. There's a way you can create a calendar based scheduling. Calendar based scheduling. Now, almost all I discussed about all the features by using Universe. If you want to create a report on beg scoring, I don't have SAP installation now. That is also very easy. If you want to create a report on beg scoring, same story. You need to go to programs, BA platform, BA client tool. Then you take a web intelligence rich client. Web intelligence rich client. If you want to create a report on top of Excel, first we'll see Excel. I hope you know, just select Excel. Click on Excel. This is very easy. You just need to browse for the Excel sheet. I need to take Excel sheet. Okay, browse for Excel sheet. I want to check where my Excel sheet. I want to take this particular Excel as a source. Then click on open. If there is a problem with the Excel sheet, And if you have any Excel sheet, let me take any other Excel sheet. Let me take one report. Sorry, home, documents. Let me close this. India folder, I have a report. I can open this report. I want to create a one Excel sheet. Instead of typing, I will convert one report as Excel sheet and I'll take that as a source. Okay. We have a report. This is your report. If you want, you can save as. You can save as. I think here you have only web intelligence format. Let me mm, save to my computer as. Okay. Anyway, this is for send to user, send to mail. Export to document as Excel. Excel sheet. I'm just converting this report into Excel format. This is my Excel. Let me open this document. This is the Excel sheet I have. Hmm. There's a problem here. Anyway, let me convert this as Excel again. I'll try a report as Excel. Excel. And let me save. I think it's saved somewhere. Excel. Oh, sorry, I want to convert this as Excel 2007. Excel 2007. And save as on particular folder. I want to save this into desktop name called as a new document. I export it to the new document. Now I want to create a new report based on this particular file. This particular file. This is the case. Then what you need to do is once you are there in Rich Client, click on Excel and browse for that particular Excel file that is there in your desktop. Name called as new document.xls. Click on open. Mm. There is a problem with the security checks in my system. But when you have Excel sheet, you can browse for that Excel sheet. When you click next, it will display the columns there in the Excel sheet. Then you can click on finish. The query, the report will run with the data. It will display the data from Excel sheet. I'm sorry, I have some security checks. That's why I'm not able to open that particular Excel sheet. And if you want to create a report on top of BEX, just you need to click on BEX. If you have a BO server details here, once you enter your BO server details with the SAP authentication, you just need to select authentication as SAP here. Once you selected your SAP authentication, it will ask you to send SAP details. Once you send your SAP details, once you click login, it will display the available BEX queries in the SAP. Select particular BEX query and click on next, click on run. The report will take data from the BEX query and display the report from the BEX. That is very easy. Okay, anyway, this I will talk later because I don't have a SAP BIBO. Once you have SAP installation, once I have SAP installation in my local, I'll show you how to create a BO report on top of BEX query. This is for creating a text pad. If you have any notepad, same story, browse for the notepad and take a next and create a report. For example, let me take one notepad. One notepad. There I am typing a name called as year and sales. Year and sales. Year values 2004. Sales some value 2005. Some value 2006. Some value. I'm just want to save this report, this particular notepad in desktop. Name called as sample.txt. Save it. You saved your report. Now you saved your file. Now I want to take sample.txt as a source. Take a sample.txt. Click on open. Once you click on open, I created that file and each column I separated with the tab. That's why I'm selecting tab. If the column value I separated with the space, for example, here you have sales revenue, you have year and sales revenue, I maintain a space with the tab. If you maintain a space with the space bar, that I will take space bar. If you are dividing, if you are no, you are no, you are the column separator between two columns is comma or semicolon. That I need to select as character here and type if you have a comma separator, comma here, semicolon, semicolon. But anyway, my separator between the column is tab, so I selected the tab. Okay, click on next. Click on next. When you click on next, it will write a year comma sales revenue. But when you see the qualification of year is, it shows measure, but it's not a measure, it's a dimension. Please change the qualification of that particular objects. Anyway, sales is a measure. Take a sales is a measure. Then you need to click on run query. Once you click on run query, it will generate a report. This report now you are taking from notepad. Same way, if you want to create an Excel, let me create a one Excel sheet here. I'll show you how to take a report from Excel also. There's a go to Microsoft Office, Office Excel 2007. Let me create a one Excel sheet. My project manager have a data, personal data in their local system in the Excel sheet. They want to make one report and they want to distribute for everyone. Yes, they can make and they can distribute. Now, my project manager have a data like this. Here, sales. Year 2007. Some value 2008 some value, 2009 some value, 2010 some value. This is my spreadsheet. I want to save this my spreadsheet into my local system. Just save, go to desktop. There I put the name of the spreadsheet as book1.xls. I want to take this as a source and create a report. Now I created this report on top of Notepad. Go to new. Now you need to take a document as Excel. First I want to close this Excel sheet. Let me close. Then go to Excel. Click on OK. And browse for that particular Excel sheet. Yes, book1.xl. This file. Click on open. Oh, I think there is a problem with the error has occurred from the server. Unable to create or update Excel personal data provider cannot open. The reason is CDP exception error has occurred from the server unable to create or update Excel personal data. The reason is I changed the system date. Most of the time if you create a report on top of personal data file called as Excel, the date system date must be in the current date. The reason is Microsoft have a license issues. The time it won't support for the Microsoft files. Microsoft files, if you want to read, you need to you need to maintain your operating system date, license date, current date. But I changed the system date. Reason is my BO license got expired. I changed the license to previous date. That's why it's not accessing. It's not allowing me to say take as Excel. But normal scenario, once you browse for your Excel sheet, it will display all the columns same like your Notepad, and you can create. Okay. Anyway, the next is web server, web service. Web service. Sometimes they'll give a URL for us to create a report. That URL path you need to type here. You need to type here. If you have any URL, let me create a one URL by using Query as web service. Then I'll take that as a source and create a report. I'll show you how to create a report. Now I don't have any URL. I want to make one URL. That URL I want to take as a source and for creating a report. Now let me go to programs, platform, BI platform, client, sorry, all programs, BI platform client tools. There you have a lot of tools. I have a tool name called as Query as a web service designer. This is basically to make a URLs, queries, create a queries and converting as URLs. I'm just connecting with this. Let me create one query, one URL, and I'll convert that URL and I'll take that as a source and I'll show you how to make a report on top of web services. bo@123. Now I'm trying to create a one query. That query I'll convert as URL. That URL I'll take as a source and create a web report. Okay, let me create a new query. Go to query, new query. But in the real time, they will create a web service URL on top of by using Java code or .NET code or ABAP code. They will create a one URL on top of remote database. They'll give URL as a source for us. They'll just send you the URL. They'll ask you to create a BO report on top of that URL. But now I don't have a URL. I'm just trying to take one URL to explain the example, to explain the concept. But in the real time, creating URL is not our task. Someone will create a URL. They will ask us to connect that URL and create a web report. That I'm going to explain now. For example, I'm creating a URL name called as a sample URL. Click on next. Okay, it's already exists. It says already exists. I'm taking sample 10. name as sample10, click on next, then it will display the available universes. I'm just selecting the particular universe, and let me create a one URL, and I will take that URL as a source. Okay, now I have year, quarter, sales revenue. I'm just creating a query with this data, but these URLs they will build based generally on top of Java, .NET and ABAP code. Now I have this data. I want to publish this as a URL. Click on publish. It will convert as a URL. That URL you can take as a source. See, this URL, I don't care how this URL got created. But my task, our source, our scope is, you just need to take this URL. They'll give this URL by using, they build this URL by using any other language, and they'll send you this URL. This URL you need to take a source and build a report. Now I want to create a report by using this particular URL. Go to web services. Then type this particular URL here. Click on submit. When you click on submit, it will ask you to enter the server name. I am entering the server name as service name. Service name is sample10, and select the port name. Query as a sub, run query as a service. Once you selected this, then it will ask you to enter the parameters. Here when you see your request header, query as this, all you need not enter, and you need to enter a login parameter here. Login parameter is, you are executing this particular URL on top of BO universe. You need to enter your BO username password. For example, if this URL is talking with Oracle, you need to enter your Oracle username and password. Now my URL is talking with the BO universe. That's why I'm entering my BO username password, so that my URL can communicate with this particular username and password with that universe, and it can fetch a data. Click on next. See, no selection made in output message panel. This time, here you have a parameters. You are taking data from universe. So select from universe. Apply, then click on next. You are taking data from universe, right? So this time it will take into universe. Then here you need to select a particular file name. Let me click on run query. No. Let me create a new. I'm creating new query, a new report on top of web services. Click on OK and submit your URL. As I'm submitting URL, it will ask us to select the service name. Sample10 is our service name, and type is you created that URL by using query as web service. Run query as web service. In the parameters, you just need to enter your BO username password. I'm just entering BO username password here. Because the URL is taking data from BO, That's why you need to enter your BO username password. If it is taking data from Oracle, then you need to enter your Oracle username password. Sybase, if that URL is created based on Sybase, that I need to give a Sybase. Then go to parameters. Here you have a lot of details, but our requirement is go to tables. There you have a rows. There you have a lot of data. Now I am selecting output as year comma, quarter comma, sales revenue. The reason is this: I want to show as output in my particular report. So I selected year comma, quarter comma, sales revenue. Apply. Click on next. This time the report will run for. See, it shows an error occurred from the server, error original from the personal data provider, unable to create the custom data provider, invalid information. It will help them to get the structure. There is a security issue again. Let me try with one, at least one. Same story. The problem is I have a security issues. I changed the system date. Again, now the story is if you select year, quarter, sales revenue, when you click next, it will generate a report. Then you can see year wise, quarter wise sales revenue data. But here it shows there is a problem with the. Okay, let me login name. Administrator. Then type this particular username, then apply. Let me click on next now. I think there is a, now it will work. I am connected with the particular username and password. I'll try, let me try. Now it's working. That URL keep on talk with the universe data source and it will generate a report. See, now you are running a report. This URL, when you click run query, this URL keep on talk with the universe there in the dev server with the administrator and BO at the rate of 123 password, and it will fetch data and it will display the data. Now, generally, when you see in the real time, they will create this URL on top of other databases which are not there in the current, which are there in the remote. They'll give that URL. They will ask us to create a report on top of that URL. That time you need to, in the rich client, you need to take a web service as a source. There you need to type that URL, click on submit, then they will give a method and as well as usage. Select method and usage, and as well as you need to enter your username password. And once you enter username password, in the right side tab it will display what are the output objects you are getting from that particular report. That output objects you need to take in the right side, and then click on next, then it will create a report. This report now you created on top of web services. No, I think it's very easy. If you want to create a report on top of universe, I hope you know how to create. If you want to create a report on top of no data, means it won't create. See, when you select no data, this will create a blank report without any data. When you select no data as a source, this time the report will generate without any data. See, the blank report. It will generate a blank report. So in R3 you don't have all the options. In R4 they gave options. You can create a report without data. You can create a report on top of universe. You can create a report on top of Excel. You can create a report on top of TextPad. You can create a report on top of web service. This will talk later. BEX as well as analysis view. I don't have analysis view data source. I don't have a BEX. Analysis view means in SAP they can create a ad hoc report by using BEX Web Analyzer. Once they create a report by using BEX Web Analyzer, that you can take as a source and you can create a web report again. Or you can take BEX query as a source and you can create a report. But fortunate or unfortunate, I don't have SAP now. Once I have SAP, I'll show you how to create a report on top of BEX query, how to create a report on top of BEX Web Analyzer report. That is a way you can create your report on top of any data source, any available these data sources. These options you have in R4, you don't have this in R3. In R3, you can create your report on top of universe or personal data file, but here you have a lot of options. You can create your report on top of Bex query and Bex analyzer, and as well as web services, Excel, Notepad, and all. Today, let me recap today what we discussed. Today we discussed about scheduling a report. We can do scheduling in two ways. One is recurrence. In the recurrence, you need to select your time interval and format, destination, and long ways. Long ways. In the calendar-based schedule, if the schedule you are not able to satisfy with the recurrence, that time you need to go to CMC and create a one calendar for the particular dates. Later create a schedule based on that calendar. That we discussed, and as well as we discussed about how to create a report on top of TextPad, Notepad. If you have any data in the Notepad in the local system, then go to Rich Client and browse for the Notepad and create your report. And as well as I explained how to create a report on top of web services. If you want to create a report on top of web services, first you need to ask the customer to send a web service. Web service means it's XML or HTML or WSDL URL. That URLs they can build by using Java or .NET code or ABAP code. Once they build a ABAP URL on top of particular data source, Sybase data source or Oracle data source, they will send a URL to us in WebI. Then what you need to do is go to WebI, create a new report and select web service as a source. Then it will ask you to type that URL path. Whatever the URL they gave, just copy and paste in that path, click on submit. Then it will ask you to enter username, password. Username, password you need to enter for the database. Why you need to enter database username, password? When you click on refresh, keep on this URL will tag that particular database with the submitted username, password. Then output it will display the data whatever you are getting from that URL. The data you need to select and click on next, finish. So whatever the data you selected, that will be appeared in the report. That we discussed. I hope you know Excel, but today it's throwing an error. The reason is I have a security settings. If you have an Excel file in the local with the data, just create a new report and browse for Excel sheet. Same story, click on next, finish, then it will display the report. Data whatever you have in the Excel sheet. Only the pending with WebI is we haven't discussed about Bex and analysis view. Bex and analysis view. That I'll explain you later. Till now, if you have any questions, please ask me. Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Murli,
Yes.
Shiva here.
Yeah, please.
Just regarding this traps.
I will explain pan trap and chosen trap.
And the aggregate awareness and decide tables.
That all I'll explain after Excel sheets.
Oh, okay.
Once you have seen the data, summarized data in Excel sheets,
okay.
And once you have seen the detailed data in WebI, right? In WebI, you are creating a report on top of the data source. It's fetching a lot of records. But when you talk about Excel sheets, we'll take only summarized data. So once you got an idea what is summarized, what is detailed, then I'll go back and I'll explain what is aggregate awareness.
Okay.
And derived tables, as well as pan trap and chosen trap, as well as @ prompt.
Okay, fine. And did you get my file?
Sorry?
No,
I haven't get.
I sent it to you day for us, both the files.
Let me check in my. Think it's not there in my Gmail. No, I haven't received any mail.
I sent it only on Gmail.
Sorry, this is my Gmail.
Murli for you. That's it, right? Or Murli for you one. I see it's there. Down.
No.
Sitaramma Shivakumar. Sitaramma Shivakumar. Down. Same page.
Okay. One dashboard, right?
Yeah, one dashboard and data as requested.
No. This anyway. This anyway we'll see in the dashboard side. Okay.
Okay.
First we'll First, we'll discuss how to create a dashboard. Then I'll take this example and
Next
explain.
one is data. Next one is data.
Sorry? Okay, no
Next one
props.
is
No props. This will take for the dashboard and we'll create a dashboard tomorrow.
There's on Excel. Both are in Excel. One is one is dashboard created in Excel CS.
Uh-huh.
But that is a PowerPoint presentation that what we have done.
Okay.
And the other one is
Okay.
the data.
Data, yes. Data for the Excel sheet. First, I need to explain how to create a dashboard for them. First, I need to
Okay.
explain how to create a dashboard. Then I'll take this data and I'll explain you how to create this particular dashboard.
Okay, fine.
The reason is it's throwing an security error because I changed this particular date
Okay.
system date 2008 2008 operating system have lot of file. Do not allow this file to download. Your current security settings do not allow file to be downloaded. Okay, anyway, I'll check this and I'll
Okay.
explain you how to make a dashboard. This
Okay.
dashboard.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Sure.
Meet you tomorrow.
Tomorrow we are in class on Sunday.
No. Tomorrow we don't have a class, and we'll meet on Monday. Meet on Monday.
Okay, fine.
Day after tomorrow. Thanks for your time.
Murli, I want to speak to you separately.
Sorry,
I want to speak to you separately on phone.
I'm not getting you. You want to talk?
Talk to you on phone.
Yeah, sure.
Can I call you after the classes?
Thing is, anyway, we'll talk in the evening today.
Just for
Again,
two.
I have a class. I have one more class today.
Okay, what time shall I
7
call you?
o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Yeah, I have a class from 7 to 12.
Okay, fine.
I'll call you on 1 o'clock today.
Okay, fine.
1 p.m.
Thank you, Murli. Okay.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye bye.
The organizer has ended the session, and this